I'm back once again at the love of my life, or the new love of my life now, the Desert Botanic Garden in Phoenix, Arizona. And I've had trouble with relationships where I've cheated on the girl, but not with another girl, but with other loves in my life. So 5 years ago, I was uh, I was dating a girl much younger than me, actually. She still lived with her parents. And one day, we got into a heated argument. I was late getting to her home because I was busy writing a computer game. This was just shortly before the Computer Olympiad in 2016, which was the first time I ever won a gold medal, actually. And I won four of them in 1 year. And I was racing to compete in international checkers. I still don't have a gold medal in that yet. I hope to do it this year. Um, and she was very upset that I was late getting to their home. And she asked me, who was I seeing? And she didn't even ask why I was late. She just went to, who's the other girl? And I thought by saying it this way, it would instantly appease her. I said, well, the other girl is actually a computer game. And she got even more upset at that remark. And so, long story short, I stormed out of her home. She lived in Bellevue, Washington. I was in Redmond, Washington at the time. And I was only going to drive 4 miles to go back home. But I got so lost in thought, I decided to sightsee a little bit before going home. And before I knew it, I was in Ellensburg. I was so lost in thought. I do that a lot, actually. And just to the east of Ellensburg, there is a place called Wild Horses Monument. It's a rest stop along I-90. Very dark skies. There's almost no lighting pollution. And this was March of 2016 that we're talking about. Very dark skies. I got to see Jupiter, Saturn, and the Milky Way. Jupiter and Saturn were getting close to coming into conjunction at the time. Now, fast forward 2 years later, I meet another girl, and she was a little bit more accepting of me doing other things without her. And unfortunately, we still only have 24 hours in the day, right? So I would cheat on her and go out by myself, or I would cheat on myself and go out with her. I remember thinking of it as almost a lover's triangle. And I was upset that my time as a single guy was coming to an end. And I thought after I marry her, we were seriously considering getting married, my time as a single guy would be done. I didn't want to outlive her. I mean, she's quite a few years my junior, and I thought that was the end of it, and I was saying goodbye. I traveled to Taiwan in the fall of 2019. I was going to propose to her in December of 2020 when Jupiter and Saturn came into conjunction. And I remember just counting down how many months left. But 9 months before proposing to her, we had to stay 6 feet apart. And we discovered how much we liked that. So she was dealing with a lover's triangle as well. She didn't tell me about that. And she still hasn't dated anybody else. So it was nice that we had that discovery. But what I really love is that I've had too many girls who really disapproved of me with my relationship with myself. When I was living in New York, I had another girlfriend who was really upset. I used to have major binge eating problems. And she was upset that I was going out at 2 in the morning to go get a food that I was craving. I was living in Brooklyn, Sunset Park. And she was worried for me. And I think more importantly, she was upset that our time together was constantly punctuated by me having a food craving, wanting to do something alone, stargazing events, and I think she was upset about that more so than safety issues. I think she used the safety issue as kind of a way to bring it up. And then after her, this was 7 years ago that we're talking about that. After her, I met another girl, and we broke up because she wanted children. And she just accused me of wanting to do all sorts of other stuff besides having children, right? Writing computer games, stargazing, and all that. And even to this day, when I see a girl interested in me, I gotta weigh, do I really want to give up my games, my stargazing, my potentially accumulating more platinum, right? Because it's not cheap. I talked about in the last video what has to be sacrificed in order to commit to a girl. And so a lot of times, that's a very heavy hurdle to get over. Very few girls are worth giving up all those things, right? It's much nicer to just go about your day and maybe talk to a girl here and there and still get to enjoy those benefits, but without the commitment, right? I like to think that I have, well, depending on your sexual orientation, either 3.7 or 7 point some billion partners, right? Thanks for watching.